All right, let's get right into today's story on Dion Waiters because he is in the news today, y'all. Salute to the NBA community. This is the Best of Seven Sports Talk. I'm Seven Mitchell. Dion Waiters, former NBA champion, played with the Los Angeles Lakers, the Miami Heat, among some other squads. He's trying, according to reports, to work his way back into the NBA, but he opened up about a battle he's had over the years with depression. And he kind of put it out there on some real interesting takes. And, I definitely wanted to speak on what was going on with Dion Waiters and him talking about, he had thoughts of not being around at all. He said, but he got kids and he'd rather be miserable for life than to leave his kids without a father. He also said he just wasn't having any fun. He had thoughts of not being around. Like I said, he said he everybody was still asking him for SHIT. I'm a one-man army as far as finances go. I'm the backbone. He said things was dark. So I'm listening to this story with Dion Waiters, man, and it's sad. It really is because I'm wondering, like now in 2023, 2024, like marijuana, for example, is being legalized a lot of places all across the country. I know here in Maryland, we just legalized recreational marijuana back in July, the beginning of this month. But just think about it, people. Like, what if the NBA had like been pro cannabis? Can you imagine what the careers of people like Rasheed Wallace, OJ Mayo, Dion Waiters, Larry Sanders, like, could you imagine what their careers would have been like if they would have been able to kind of like self-medicate without worrying about, the types of consequences that they was going to have to face back in the day? It's just it's definitely interesting. And I remember Dion Waiters for being a fighter too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for him to express that he was going through, this, it kind of all ties into together. This guy has had a tough journey, and he's a champion, so you can't take that away from him. Salute to my guy Anthony in the building. Anthony, what you think about Dion Waiters, man? He came out today and he expressed that he had battled with depression back in his playing days of the NBA. He even considered, committing suicide at one point. But, he has kids, of course, to take care of. So I was a little bit shocked to hear how open Dion Waiters was when it came to this situation. I do want to see, because I be laughing at Dion Waiters. I done seen a couple clips. I remember this particular clips once the Lakers had won the championship. Like, Dion was out here talking like he was LeBron James for real. This was funny.
This is the end of the year I had. Yeah. Y'all would love that story. You know what I'm saying? They counted me out. They tried to, what they tried. They tried to sabotage cheese.
So, Dion?
I'm not Philly cheese. No. I'm not bubble cheese.
Uh-huh.
Call me double C.
Uh-huh.
I'm champ cheese.
Champ cheese.
Mr. Bet on yourself and double the down.
Hey.
They talking about who was there when we was there, bro, starving, huh?
Huh? That's the homie, man. Like, yeah. So, he got that personality. Like I say, man, he's definitely been a fighter. You know what I'm saying? But it took me a little bit for a loop, man, when I found out that he was going through what he was going through, man. A sad situation. The sports community and now social media, it really can take its toll on a lot of players and athletes. I think this is one of the things that we don't really focus in and on think about. We think a lot of times these athletes are superhuman. Anthony say not just in sports, society in general will be in a better spot if they let people use marijuana instead of pills and all that other BS. Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. And just specifically with basketball, like, again, you just think about from a physical aspect as well as mental health. Like, marijuana definitely could have salvaged some years, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of NBA players, I believe, wholeheartedly. But, he's a champion. But you know what? At the end of the day, too, like, I always have a level of empathy for people that definitely come out and admit, things like this that has been going on. But I wonder what Dion Waiters' circle was like outside of the people that he basically was taking care of. Because you hear this story all the time about NBA players having to be, of course, the breadwinner of the family. They are the only one with the finances. So that part of the story from Dion Waiters is not nothing new. Why he wasn't able to adjust to it, I really don't know. But it definitely is a interesting situation. Now he is trying to come back into the NBA, according to some of the reports. Is he a type of is Dion Waiters? First of all, is he good enough to still play in this league? The last time I saw Dion Waiters is when he won the championship with the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken. I might have seen him maybe a year after. I think that might have been the last time I seen Dion. But is he good enough to play right now? Not as a position of impact, but let's just say, for example, if Damian Lillard went to Miami from Portland, could you put Dion Waiters as a guard, a veteran guard, to back up like Scoot Henderson? And do you think that maybe Dion would be a good fit? From a basketball perspective, I think it'd be great. But if he's dealing with a lot of mental demons and stuff like that, how much of a leader will he be able to be for some young guys? But on the flip side, maybe that is what he needs to be that veteran presence. During his last days, this was LeBron's team and AD. So he just had to fit in. And I'm not saying that he will hold a lot of weight as far as production on a basketball team, but maybe in the right place, he could definitely be I think he possibly could be an asset. He seems to have a story to tell, but I just think it would have to make sense. Like Udonis Haslem, like how long he stayed in Miami, and I felt like he had somewhat of an impact when it came to the locker room and just the little things like that. So maybe Dion Waiters could actually have a relevant role still in the NBA. I don't know how realistic it is because it's always about the game first. The income could help his situation. I wonder how much money he made over the years in his professional years. Matter of fact, I want to go because there used to be a lot of talk about Dion Waiters like being a troublemaker and stuff like that. I remember he had some fights. I think he fought the head coach, Jim Boeheim, at one point. Yeah, he had a fight with us, Jim Boeheim. Let's play a little bit of that, and here I want to hear him kind of break this down real quick because he explained this. Let me go ahead and share my screen. I want to hear what he got to say because Dion Waiters has not been an angel. He has been kind of I don't want to call him a troublemaker, but I know he's had his moments in the media, especially in his early days in the NBA. But I want to hear a little bit about this story.
Like frustrated at what he's saying, like, damn, this kid busting his ass. And I don't cry, bro. I gotta be like a death or something in the family. I don't really cry.
That shit means something to you though. Shit means something.
Yeah, but it means something because you lied to me, bro. That's all. Like I was trying to just explain that to Hop, like I'm just big on like somebody like telling me something and not doing it. I'm big on that. I was hurt, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I ain't never had no fair shot. So it's trying to at the couple games, bro. Hop seeing that shit, just come over, grab me. And then Hop, man, he's so emotional. He had you crying even harder than you wanted to cry. Like
Hop emotional.
I never knew about this story.
Emotional, bro. He's emotional. So look, that's my guy, man. So, but that's what it was, bro. It's just like, man, Coach played with me, lied to me, but
I wonder what he lied to him
like,
about.
When you show these motherfuckers what's up, you gonna get a shot. People leaving school, so my freshman year, I done went through some shit with Coach. Nobody really knew. You know what I mean? We barking at each other. I remember one game, I come out the game, like, damn, why you taking me out? What the fuck you taking me out for?
Wow.
He like, he, he walked down there,
Let me ask
he
you
looked
real
at me,
quick. I mean, this is a
shaking his head.
question that people might not can answer right now, but I do want to know. Is it acceptable to cover up your lack of anger management with the term mental health? Like, are we allowed to give a pass or give an excuse for people who lash out and got anger problems and then want to tie it into a mental health issue? Can we always or automatically tie the two together? Because I'm feeling like you do have to have some type of accountability when, depending on your actions, like you hearing him say how he got turned up to the head coach because he got pulled and stuff like that. Back in the day, like I'm 45. Back in the day, the term mental health wasn't like never, ever, 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 ever used. So this is a new thing and a new era, of course, and I respect it. But him dealing with depression and stuff like that, I wonder was some of those wounds self-inflicted due to his, his aggression and his demeanor.
Like the so he like, I say something. Go ahead. He like, you little spoil you bitch.
Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't go for that by no coach.
So look, I tried so hard not to laugh. I said, and then that it was like, but then somebody, I think one of the reporters said they seen me cuss at him, and they drew up this big story, bro. Like, it was like crazy, like some bullshit. But then after that, bro, one day I wake up, I'm like, I'm not going to practice.
Wow.
I'm tired of this shit. I call my mom like, I'm on my way home. I'm at the Greyhound right now. I'm coming home. I can't do it no more. She like, her. She like, okay. She don't really. I said, all right. So, Coach Hop called me. Where the fuck you at? What you doing? You really want to do this to you? What's wrong with you? You too? I said, real calm. I said, Hop, I'm going home. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm out. I'm done.
Damn.
I'm leaving.
Damn.
Like that, right? He's like, where you at? I'm going to the cops looking for you. I said, I'm not on campus. You can't find me. I'm going home. Like that, right?
Bro, that's crazy, son. Like if he would have got on that Greyhound, like think about this. And there's definitely more important things to life than basketball. But if Dion Waiters would have got on that Greyhound, he would never been an NBA champion. Damn. Like ain't that's like you can't predict the future, but every move that you make and every move that you don't make means something. It really does. And it's good for him that he had a head coach or some type of coach on the team that, kept it real with him. Because, when you reach out to your mother just care about your well-being. His mother ain't care about no damn basketball and all that. Come on home. You know what I'm saying? And that's predictable by any mom. But if he would have got on that Greyhound and went back home, bro, look at the career that he would have never had. He would have really cheated himself, man. And it's crazy because, and I only say that because he did not quit. And it's just a message out there, no matter what we talking about sports or just on the day-to-day, people. Do not quit, man. Keep your head down and you gotta go, no matter how tough things get. He clearly letting it be known. He had a big problem with the head coach. He was just done. He was basically about to get on the Greyhound bus, contacted his mom, said he was about to dip. He was about to give it all up. And this is in college. He wound up having a pretty good NBA career. Matter of fact, him, Isaiah Thomas, and John Wall today was holding some private practices in Las Vegas. So these guys are definitely trying to get back into the league. Dion is just an interesting story because, like I said, when he came out today admitting, the depression he's been fighting and how deep it actually took him, the dark places, I thought that, damn, man, it's really disappointing that, a lot of these players have to go through it. And then, like I said, I wonder how marijuana would have played a role if the NBA before was more proactive with players being able to smoke and not get suspended or fined and stuff like that. I think a lot of players on the mental side as well as physically would have been better off if they was able to smoke some bud, for medication, versus like my guy Anthony said, the pills and stuff like that. That's just not a recipe for success. But man, shout out to Dion Waiters for coming out, you know what I'm saying, and letting it be known what he has dealt with and what he's been going through. I appreciate that he was honest about it. I also appreciate, of course, that he didn't quit. And finding out this story in college, man, this goes to show if he was to quit, he would have never wound up being a champion. And of course, that's like a lot of years later. You can never predict this, but you automatically eliminate yourself from certain options when you give up. So that's really the lesson at the end of the day. Keep fighting, keep persevering, and you too should be able to make it over the hump. But shout out to Dion Waiters, man, and the best of luck to him. Hopefully, if he wants it, hopefully he get another opportunity to be in the league again. I seriously doubt he's going to be an impact player as far as production and numbers go. I would think as a veteran, Dion Waiters definitely got the experience to help some young people. But if his mind isn't mentally ready or if he's not in a good space, I really don't know how much help he could do in this day and age of the NBA. So we'll have to figure that thing out once we see what happens with Dion Waiters. But salute to him. I'm Seven Mitchell. This is the best of seven sports talk, man. Smash that like button before you guys exit. If you enjoy daily NBA content, man, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash that notification bell. I'll be back at you guys live later on tonight. I believe 8 p.m. Eastern. We rocking out Kobe versus LeBron debate going down tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. You guys don't want to miss it. So make sure y'all pull up, enjoy the debate, and I will be at you guys in a few hours, man. But let me know what y'all think about Dion Waiters opening up, saying that at one point he even considered basically ending his life. It was just too much going on around the game and kept him depressed, family, finance, responsibility. It was just too much to bear. But he's sticking through it. He's still fighting. And apparently he's trying to get back into the association. So salute again to Dion Waiters. We'll see how it play out. I'm Seven Mitchell, man. This is the best of seven sports talk. I see you at 8 o'clock, man. Y'all be good.